Nero, the emperor who married a eunuch and burned Rome. Fire was devouring Rome. Domes collapsed. Statues melted like wax. Screams echoed. Horses panicked. And high on a tower, a man in a purple cloak played the lyre. His eyes sparkled, as if watching a masterpiece unfold. To him, this wasn't the end. It was the birth of a new empire, named after himself. His name was Nero. The emperor who killed his mother, castrated a boy and married him, a self-proclaimed artist of light, the darkness that consumed Rome itself. Nero was never meant to be emperor. But at 16, fate was poisoned into his hands. His stepfather, Emperor Claudius, died suddenly. Most believed it was Agrippina, Nero's own mother, who killed him. She was ruthless, cunning, and feared no one. To her, Nero was not a son but a pawn. She controlled his every move, until he cut the strings. In 59 AD, Nero ordered her assassination. First, a staged shipwreck, but she survived. The second time, a sword to her belly. The mother who created an emperor died by his own blade. From that moment, Nero spiraled into indulgence, bathed in wine, theater, poetry, and delusions of greatness. When his beloved wife Poppaea died, some say from a kick to the belly while pregnant, he broke. Then came Sporus, a boy with a face eerily like Poppaea's. Nero had him castrated, married him in a grand ceremony, dressed him as an empress, and called him Poppaea. They traveled together like husband and wife. To Nero, it wasn't just about love, it was resurrection, at any cost. Then came 64 AD. Hell itself rose in the streets of Rome. A fire broke out near Circus Maximus. Fanned by wind and heat, it roared for 9 days. 2/3 of Rome was reduced to ash. Temples, homes, lives, and where was Nero? On a tower, playing his lyre, singing of Troy as his own city burned. Whispers turned to accusation. Nero had started the fire himself, so he could rebuild a glorious new Rome. With golden palaces and a district named Neropolis, he needed a scapegoat. So he blamed the Christians, a strange, hated sect at the time. They were tortured, crucified, fed to beasts, and burned alive to light Nero's night parties. Fear turned into fury. By 68 AD, generals revolted. The Senate declared him a public enemy. His guards abandoned him. Nero fled Rome in disguise, hunted, alone. Surrounded, he whispered his final words, "Qualis artifex perio." What an artist dies in me, and drove a dagger into his own throat. But history didn't remember the artist, it remembered the tyrant. The man who burned Rome married a eunuch and lit his empire on fire from within. Nero wanted to be remembered. And he was. Only his name was written in ash. What he left behind was not art, but a warning of what happens when power has no limits. When a man believes his feelings matter more than a burning city, he becomes not a ruler, but a flame. History doesn't repeat itself, but people do. And if you think Nero only lives in the past, look around. Some Neros still sing their triumph while the world quietly burns.